Another day, another chance, another wait, another dang. I'm just kidding. How you guys doing? Today we'll be doing something called conditions and loops. Pretty much conditionals and loops. So it's pretty much the stuff that we're doing. We're working on chapter 6, and yeah, we'll get right into it. So let's get it and let's go. So guys, so you gotta do that. Okay, so JavaScript for kids. Okay, conditionals and loops are two of the most important concepts in JavaScript. The conditional says if something is true, do this, otherwise do that. For example, if you do your homework, you can have ice cream, but if you don't do your homework, you don't get the ice cream. A loop says as long as something is true, keep doing it. For example, as long as you are thirsty, keep drinking water. Conditionals and loops are powerful concepts that are key to any sophisticated program. They are called control structures because they allow you to control which parts of your code are executed when and how often they are executed based on certain conditions you define. First, you go over how to embed JavaScript in our HTML files so you can start creating routing programs that we've looked at so far. So obviously what you need to do is embed your JavaScript in HTML. So here's the HTML file created in chapter 5 with additions in color and existing text in gray. To make this example a little simpler, I've also deleted the link to it. Okay. So what you do is, this is my repository, for my GitHub. So what you do is you do enter, shift, !, enter, and then what you sit with is a whole embedding. It's pretty much like a whole embedding, right? Not the embedding of JavaScript, but a whole framework of the stuff that you need for your HTML, right? So that on the page. Thread, on the other hand, everything between the tags is treated as JavaScript and run by the JavaScript interpreter. Now let's look at the code script element. Run JavaScript in HTML file is quite different from running it in the console. When you're using the JavaScript console, each line you run is run as soon as you press enter, and the value of that line is printed out to the console. In the web page, the JavaScripts all run from top to bottom at one time, and nothing's automatically printed by the console unless you tell the browser otherwise. We can use console.log, print things out, which will make things easier to see in regards to what's going on as we run our programs. The console.log method takes any value and prints out or logs that value to the console. For example, if you load the HTML file Then the beginning of the section with the JavaScript console open, you'll see this hello world. So if you run message console log message, so if you run it all at the same time on your ASML, all it does is it just prints out like a prompt which says reads out hello world. There are two forms of conditional statements in JavaScript: if statements and if else statements. An if statement is used to execute a piece of code if something is true. For example, if you've been good, you get a treat, and if you've been bad, right? An else statement executes one piece of code if something is true and another is not. For example, if you're good, you get a treat, else you get grounded. If statements. The if statement is the simplest of JavaScript control structures. It's used to return only if a condition is true. It's an elf file and replace the two lines inside the script element with this. So variable my name, variable name Nicholas console log plus name if name dot length is greater than 7. Console log. Wow. First we create a variable called name and set its value to the string Nicholas. Then we use console log to log the string hello Nicholas at. We use an if statement to check whether the length of name is greater than 7. If it is, the console will display while you have a really long name in console log at 4, right? And if statement has two main parts, condition and body. The condition should be a boolean value. The body is one or more lines of JavaScript code which execute if the condition is true. We know the HTML page with JavaScript in it. You should see the following in a in the console, right? So this is the first part. So this is your if statement. Then you need your else if statement or else statement, right? Your if else statement, right? As said before, an if statement executes body only if condition is true. If you want something else to happen with the condition is false, you need to use an if else statement. Let's extend the example from earlier. So instead of having just an if, guys, forgive me for my yawning. It's that was very bad of me. If you if your thing is true is false, it's false, right? And I had to have an if else statement, right? If else statement. Because your name is this does the same thing as before, except that if the name isn't longer than 7 characters, it prints out an alternate message. If else statements look like statements but with two bodies. Right, so that's what you change if else statements. Often we need okay. So you've got that. Right, so this is an if else. So console log, hello, wow, you have a really long name, console log. Your name isn't very long. Okay, so that's in like an if else. Then we've got another example, which is so we've got another conditional, a loop, right? So variable sheep count is 0, while sheep count is lower than 10, console log, I have counted plus sheep, sheep counted, console logs. So this is another example. This is a while loop. So this is an example for while loops. We're gonna go to my console there. Have right. Okay. For age 0, you are done. So obviously I set a prompt, and then I set a count log for my age, right? So this is for my age. So my age equals 0, but my age greater than or equal to 5. My age is equal to 6. And the log my age is my age plus my age. Okay, so do like age and 9. So my age pretty much equal like 6. Hence, that 9. What I did was I put 3, then plus my age equal to 9. Oh, come on, bro. What did I just do, man? So yeah, that's what is. So you got random equals 0, random's lower than 10, count log random plus random 0, random lower than or equal 5, random equals 6, count log a number is random plus random alert, you're done. So I got an alert which is you're done, right? And then what random, yeah, then I got random plus plus. What random plus plus does is it takes random, right? It takes the random it takes like the random numbers that I've got and does it up to like 10, right? 10 must be greater though. Does it up to 10. Then random plus plus, what it does is it pretty much displays, it takes this and displays that. But obviously you have to display it on the console first. So it's, what this does is it displays the variable on the console. So random equals 0. So it makes sure it starts from 0, right? Displays, make sure that the random is it goes up to 10 and no greater than 10. And then the highlighted part makes sure that everything is displayed on the console. The random plus plus makes sure that everything goes up to 10 on the console. So that's what it does here, man. And then you got your for loop, variable random. So anything that you add in, so your random, so this gets displayed there. So this gets displayed there, 0. Then mine, the string, it gets displayed there, my random. So greater than equal 5 or equals 5 random. Random equals 0. Then you're done. Okay. So yeah, that's what you've got here. That's random. So yeah. So yeah, you've got that, So everything gets done on the constant log, right? So what C here gets so on the so this has so for my if statement or for my console log, my name has to be done with along with hello in order for it to be displayed on the console, right? And then if not that, then Tamiya Clavin needs to be displayed, right? So it's hello. Yeah, content log goodbye. So yeah, and then another example. Okay, what's your age? You are 19. Okay, so that was just a mini one. So as you can see, multiple messages. beef, okay. So that's another example actually. It's another one, you know. So console log. So everything has been logged into your console. You can also see your source as well. Comment. Yeah, that's that. As you can see here, prompt, please set your name to uppercase. So you do a prompt, right? So if your name is short than your name is greater than 7, while you have a really long name, else. So console log has make sure that everything gets logged into your console, right? Else, if your name, if if it's lower than 7, your name isn't very long. So in my case, everything has been uppercase, right? Name to uppercase, right? You first you first do your prompt and then you go to your console log. So it's gonna return hello Cabello. Your name isn't very long. You know why? Because my name is less than 7. Whereas if it was, wow, you have a really long name. So altogether, my name, including the space in between Cabello and my surname Alvini, right, is uh 17 characters, right? 17 altogether. So it's pretty much like 17 altogether. So yeah, so that's your if and else statement, right? So that's your if and else. That's why I do it there, man. Really long name. I know I got a long name. That's nice, actually. Wow. Original, yeah, but it's computer. It's computers. So yeah, everything's set out there, man. Okay, so yeah, so you got it. Please, your name. So yeah, pretty much done now. So until next time, take care, Lord bless, and thank you, man. Thanks for watching my video.